What if the breakfast you think is healthy is secretly making you hungrier, more tired, and older faster? Because most people wake up and immediately commit nutritional crimes against themselves. Sugary cereal, toast with jam, healthy granola that's basically crushed up cookies wearing yoga pants. And somehow we normalize dessert at 7 in the morning. But today, we're settling the debate. What is actually the best breakfast for your health? Not trendy, not Instagrammable, not invented by a wellness influencer named Ashlyn who sells mushroom dust for $84. I mean scientifically, best for energy, best for fat loss, best for muscle, best for longevity, best for controlling hunger. And by the end of this video, you'll know the one breakfast formula that beats almost everything else. And here's the weird part. One of the healthiest breakfasts on earth is made from foods people spent decades being terrified of. Eggs, full-fat dairy, even fat itself. Yeah, humanity spent 40 years fearing egg yolks like they were tiny edible grenades. Let's fix that. Breakfast matters for one huge reason. It sets the tone for your blood sugar, hunger, focus, and cravings for the rest of the day. And most modern breakfasts are terrible at this. Here's the problem. Most breakfast foods are mostly refined carbs with almost no protein. Think about the average breakfast: cereal, muffins, pancakes, juice, toast, sweet coffee drinks. That combination spikes blood sugar quickly and then crashes it, which means by 10:30 a.m., you're standing in the kitchen eating almonds directly from the bag like a stressed raccoon. Your breakfast should do 3 things. 1, keep you full. 2, stabilize energy. 3, support muscle and metabolism. Most breakfasts do none of them. If there's one thing that separates good breakfasts from bad breakfasts, it's protein. Protein is the king of breakfast nutrition. Why? Because high-protein breakfasts reduce cravings, keep you full longer, support muscle, help stabilize blood sugar, increase calorie burning through digestion. Meanwhile, a low-protein breakfast is basically telling your body, "Good luck out there, soldier." Studies consistently show people who eat more protein in the morning tend to snack less later in the day, which makes sense. If breakfast is just sugar and carbs, your body burns through it quickly and starts screaming for more food. That's why someone can eat a giant bowl of cereal and still be hungry an hour later, but 2 eggs and Greek yogurt, suddenly they forget food exists until lunch. The human body is embarrassingly predictable sometimes. Now, let's talk about eggs, because eggs might be the closest thing to a perfect breakfast food. They contain high-quality protein, healthy fats, choline for brain health, vitamins like B12 and D, important minerals. And despite decades of panic, most healthy people do not need to fear eggs. The old idea was, eggs contain cholesterol, therefore eggs are bad. But nutrition science is more complicated than that. For most people, dietary cholesterol has a much smaller effect on blood cholesterol than we once thought. Translation: your body is not a fragile Victorian child destroyed by omelets. Eggs are also incredibly filling. That matters because satiety, the feeling of fullness, is one of the biggest factors in maintaining a healthy weight long term. Now here's the important question. What's the healthiest way to cook eggs? Boiled and poached are usually considered the best overall because they use little to no added oil and preserve nutrients well. Scrambled eggs are also excellent, especially if you don't drown them in butter like a medieval king preparing for war. Frying isn't automatically bad either. The issue is usually excessive oil, ultra-high heat, processed sides like hash browns and bacon mountains. The egg isn't the villain. The breakfast plate around it often is. So what is the best breakfast? Here's the formula supported by the most evidence. High protein plus healthy fat plus fiber. That combination controls hunger, stabilizes energy, and supports long-term health. Here's what that looks like in real life. Option 1. Eggs plus avocado plus fruit. Option 2. Greek yogurt plus berries plus nuts. Option 3. Oatmeal plus protein source plus seeds. Option 4. Protein smoothie with fruit and nut butter. Option 5. Eggs plus vegetables plus whole grain toast. Notice something? None of these look like punishment. Healthy eating became dramatically easier once people realized you don't need to survive on sadness and dry lettuce. Now, let's expose a few breakfast frauds. Fruit juice. Fruit itself is great. Fruit juice, that's concentrated sugar wearing a natural disguise. Orange juice can contain as much sugar as soda. Except soda doesn't pretend it came from a yoga retreat. You lose much of the fiber that slows digestion and keeps you full. Eating the actual fruit is usually better. Sugary cereals. Some cereals are basically candy with vitamins sprayed on them, bright colors, cartoon mascots, whole grain labels. Meanwhile, the sugar content looks like it was designed by a birthday clown. If your cereal leaves you starving an hour later, that's your answer. Pastries and muffins. People hear muffin and imagine health. But many muffins are basically cake pretending to have career ambitions. Huge calorie load, low protein, minimal fiber, massive sugar spike. Delicious? Absolutely. Optimal breakfast? Not exactly. Coffee itself is actually pretty interesting. Research suggests coffee may have several health benefits when consumed moderately. The problem is what humans do to coffee. A plain coffee, fine. A 900-calorie caramel cookie explosion with whipped cream. That's not coffee anymore. That's an emotional support milkshake. Caffeine can also affect people differently. Some people thrive on coffee. Others drink 1 cup and begin hearing colors. Know your limits. Here's one myth that needs to die. You must eat breakfast immediately after waking up. Not necessarily. Some people genuinely feel better eating early. Others prefer delaying food for a few hours. The best breakfast timing is the one that helps. Energy, appetite control, consistency, overall nutrition. The quality of breakfast matters more than blindly forcing yourself to eat at sunrise because a cereal commercial told you to. Humans invented alarm clocks and somehow decided everybody should function identically afterward. Incredible species. Let's make this practical. If your goal is fat loss, focus on high protein, fiber, lower sugar. Example, eggs plus Greek yogurt plus berries. This keeps hunger low and calories manageable. If your goal is muscle building, increase protein total calories, nutrient density. Example, eggs, oatmeal, fruit, yogurt, nuts. If your goal is energy and focus, avoid giant sugar spikes. Go for protein, healthy fats, slow digesting carbs. Example, eggs plus avocado plus whole grain toast. If your goal is longevity, focus on minimally processed foods consistently. The boring truth nobody wants. Health usually comes from repeated simple habits, not magic superfoods. There is no immortal breakfast smoothie. If there were, billionaires would already be injecting it directly into their foreheads. So, after all the debates, what's probably the best overall breakfast for most people? Something like this. Eggs or Greek yogurt for protein. Fruit or oats for fiber and nutrients. Healthy fats like nuts or avocado. Minimal ultra-processed sugar. Simple, balanced, satisfying, not extreme. And honestly, that's what real nutrition usually looks like. The internet loves extremes. Only eat meat. Never eat carbs. Consume sunlight and vibrations. Meanwhile, actual health science keeps whispering, please just eat balanced meals and go to sleep. So the next time you choose breakfast, ask one question: will this keep me full and energized, or just entertained for 14 minutes? Because breakfast shouldn't feel like a sugar roller coaster designed by carnival engineers. Your body notices patterns, and your breakfast is one of the biggest patterns you repeat every single day. Eat more protein, eat more whole foods, stop fearing eggs, and maybe stop pretending blueberry muffins are health food just because they contain one molecule of fruit. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more nutrition and health breakdowns based on actual science instead of internet folklore created by shirtless podcast hosts. With LED lighting, your pancreas will appreciate it, probably.